Okay guys, this is the third video for Lost Cause by Beck, and I think what I'm going to try to do here is there are a couple of small things that we need to learn for the song, but essentially I think I'm also going to take this opportunity in this video to go ahead and show you what the song is from beginning to end too. Okay, so what we've learned so far is the intro, which is kind of this F to C then G chord progression where you're going a bunch. So that was the intro. I showed you the verse in the last video, and I showed you the chorus in the last video. So that gets us actually about a third or a fourth of the way through the song. Now, after that, then we come in with the verse again. Everything's the same. So you're going to do the verse one more time. So it goes intro, verse, chorus, verse, then goes back to the chorus. But this second time you go into the chorus, the last chord is changed. Instead of having two C's in a row, they have a C and then an A7. But to match the sound as closely as possible, I'm actually playing it as a bar chord A7 to get the exact right notes in there. And we had the right notes down here, but not the right octave, so they didn't sound exactly perfect. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Now, you've already learned the chorus, so it's the same. The second time you go into the chorus, it's the same. You go F, and then G, and then you do that two more times. And then you, like before, you go into the C chord. But then instead of playing the C chord again, we got to play that A7 bar chord. And the one I played here is this right here. Oh, that's my bad. Okay. Now, what that basically is almost the same thing as just playing an A here and then adding this G. So if you wanted to, you could do something like that. But instead of playing that, and that's just an A chord with the G on the bottom right there, I am barring it to get those higher notes. So you're going to bar on the 5th fret, and I know bar chords are tough, so if this is a real tough one for you, you can play that other A7. But if you can do the bar chord, do it, because it's going to sound better. So we're barring all the way across the 5th fret. Our third finger is going to the 7th fret of the A string. Our middle finger is going to the 6th fret of the G string. I had to think for a second what I was doing. And our pinky is going to the 8th fret of the B string. Okay? Everything else is bar. So what we have is 5th fret on the E string with our bar, 7th fret on the A string with our third finger, right there, 5th fret on the D string with our bar, 6th fret on the G string with our middle finger, 8th fret on the B string with our pinky, and 5th fret on our E string with our bar. Okay? Now what we play here is still kind of the typical pattern, except our bass note is moved to the thick E string, but we're still grabbing with our other fingers D string, G string, B string, okay? And put your thumb on the thick E string. So we go thick E string, then G string, then D string, then B string, and then skinny E string. So, okay? And again, just like before, if you've got time for those last two notes, it's D string, G string. So, but if you're not quick at switching those chords, you can leave off those last two notes and just hightail it to the next chord. Okay. Now, that's that A7, and we're going to see it one more time. But that's the only difference in this course. The second chorus just puts an A7 there at the end of it. Okay. So far we've had the intro, the verse, the chorus, the verse, and the chorus a second time. Now we go, actually, since we played that chorus, we go into the chorus again. okay? But this time it's normal. So we've got F, G, and you do that 2 more times, and then this time it's like the first time we played it, so we end with 2 C chords. Okay, so you just play the chorus again. So far we've had intro, chorus, chorus, verse, chorus with the A7 at the end, and then chorus with the 2 C's at the end like normal. Okay, now there's where we hit the different part of the song. We've got a bridge right here. Okay, and now we're actually going to have a normal A chord, no sevenths or anything like that, just a normal A. So if you haven't played it before, it's open on the A string, 2nd fret on the D string with your middle finger, 2nd fret on the G string with your first finger, and then 2nd fret on the B string with your 3rd finger, and open on the E string. I know some of you may play it like that in a line, but it is a little better if you can get used to playing it this way. Okay? Now, what you're going to do here is play that A chord and use the same pattern that you do on lots of these other chords. I've been mentioning that F chord picking pattern, so I'll stick with that. You grab the 4 middle strings and do the same thing that you've been doing on the F chord. Okay, so you play that A chord, and then you go to the F chord and play it, normal picking pattern, and then C chord twice. Okay, so you're actually going to do what I just showed you there 3 times in a row. Okay, so it's A chord, F chord, and then C chord, C chord, and then we've got 2 more times to do it. A chord, F chord, C chord, C chord, and then you play it 1 more time, and you've got the bridge taken care of there. Okay, well, at least that part of the bridge. Now, after that, you've got the F chord, and what happens here is you've got the F chord 2 times in a row, so you play the picking pattern twice, and then you've got the C chord 2 times in a row, so you play the picking pattern twice. Okay, you're going to repeat that 2 times, so it's F chord, and then F chord again, and then C chord 2 times. Okay, just like that. It's pretty simple. So you're going to do that 2 times in a row. So F, F, C, C, then again F, C. Okay, now once that's kind of the end of the bridge, then we're getting back into the chorus. Okay, now this time when we go through the chorus, it's like that alternate way where the whole chorus is the same except for the last C, you put an A7 there. Okay, and we're still talking about that bar chord A7 if you can do it. All right, so again, you just nail that home. F chord, G chord, and then do it 2 more times. And then we get to the part I was talking about, C chord, and then a 7 bar chord. All right, and then we actually go into the chorus again, but this time we're kind of ending the song out. So you're going to do the chorus again. So F, G, F, G, F, G, and now we're going to go C chord 4 times in a row. The last time you just strum it. Okay? So what we're going to do here is I'm going to play the song from the very beginning to the very end, and we're actually going, I'll try to call out what chords I'm using and what section of the song I'm playing, okay? So I might stop and go a little bit, but this will give you the song from the very beginning to the very end, okay? So here we go. Here's the intro. We're going to play that little intro chord progression 4 times in a row, that F, C, G 4 times in a row, okay? So from the very beginning, here we go. Here's the intro. That was the intro. Now he starts singing, so we're going into the verse. Now A minor, because we're at the end of the verse, so we go A minor, E7. Now we're going to do that whole thing again, still on the verse. Now we're getting into the first chorus. F chord, G, F, G, F, G, then C, C. Now we're going into the second verse. Now I'm going to repeat all that again, still in the second verse. A minor, E7. Sorry. Okay, now we're through that verse. Now we're going to the next chorus, which has the A7 bar chord at the end. So that's what I'm playing here. Okay, F, C, G. That's my bad. That was the verse. I'm doing the chorus here, so stay with me. Sorry. Chorus, F, G, F, G, F, G, C, A7. And now we're going into the chorus again, but playing it with 2 C's at the end. Then C, C. Now we're going into the bridge. So here's that A chord, F, C, C. I'll do that 2 more times. A, F, C, C. A, F, C, C. And I think that was only twice, so I think I need to do that 1 more time. So A, F, C, C. Here's the second part of that bridge. F 2 times. C 2 times. And then I do that whole thing again. F, C. Now I'm getting into the chorus. This one has the A7 at the end. Okay, so here's the chorus again. F, G, F, G, F, G, C, A7. And then chorus again. This is the last one. F, G, Okay, my fingers are killing right now, my picking fingers. So I'm going to stop there. But hopefully that helps you, me going from beginning to the end of the song there, all the way through. And it's a really fun one to play. And once you get the picking patterns down, it's not too bad. Just as a side note, if you can't play that A7 way up here, the way you can play it here is just like the normal A chord that I showed you. But again, it's just putting that pinky on that G, which is the 3rd fret of the E string. We just need a G somewhere in the A chord to make it a 7th. So you can put it there. You can lift your first finger up and leave the G string open. That's an A7 too, so it's up to you. But that's just a little side note if you can't get that bar chord down. Okay. If you have any questions, always feel free to email me at feedback@mikesguitarlessons.com. And thanks for watching. Good luck.